Hello, everyone. In today's video, we're going to go over how to connect your API key from your Gavel accounts to the Gavel Word add-in when you're using a custom domain that you have set up after your initial setup from your accounts. So what I mean by that is when you initially set up your account with Gavel, you set up a subdomain of gavel.io. So that means that you would have your name that you chose in front of gavel.io. So it'd be something like, in my case, it was cormeum.gavel.io. And in this example, we have a2j.gavel.io. Now, what you can do instead is completely take out the gavel.io by going through a process of obtaining a domain and then creating a subdomain of that root domain and then connecting that subdomain that you created to your Gavel accounts through a process that is detailed in the Learning Center of Gavel.io. So I'm just going to look up, let's say, domain. You can see use a custom domain is here, and it shows you how to go through this process. So once you've gone through that process here and you've connected your custom subdomain here to your Gavel accounts, what you'll notice is that you're going to be able to actually create an API key that you can use to connect to your Word add-in. And instead of using the site as gavel.io, which you would do in this scenario, instead you can go under site and you can go down to where it says custom. So what you would do normally in the case where you had your initial account set up, where you had, let's say, a2j.gavel.io, what you would do here is you would say site gavel.io, then you put in the client name section as a2j. So here I would say a2j, for example. And then I would go through, create an API key that says something like word add-in, and then I'd say create a key. I'd copy that API key and paste it here. And then I'd say sign in. Now, what you would do with the custom domain instead is just slightly different. So what you would do here, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, is instead of having the site be gavel.io, I'm going to go down to custom. And then for the client name, I'm going to put this section here. So in my case, it's infra.cormeum.pro, and I need to create a new API key in the same process that I did in the other example. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say word add in, create a key, copy that API key and paste it here, and then I'm going to say sign in. So that's how you're able to create your API keys and connect it to the Gavel Word add-in, and the differences between when you're using your initially set up gavel.io subdomain versus when you're using a custom domain that you have created and connected to your Gavel accounts. Now, if this is a little bit advanced because you don't even have the word add-in yet, what you would do is you go over to Insert, Add-ins, say Get Add-ins, and then we're going to go over to the store where we just search for Gavel. And then you can say Add and then Continue, and that's going to get you all set up there. Just remember, in order to create your API key, you just need to come over to Settings, API Keys, and then give it a name, say Create a Key, and then that's going to be all set up for you there. As I mentioned, if you don't know how to set up your custom domain to override the subdomain that you initially set up, you can just go over to this Help Center article, Use a Custom Domain. I also go over how to do this in my silver level course at cormeumacademy.com, and we have new cohorts that run every 6 weeks with live sessions to help you throughout the 4-week course, which is basics, silver, and gold. And then for gold, we split it up into 2 weeks, one with instruction, and the second week is with a test so that you can get qualified at the gold level. So I hope that was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.